Question 1. What is the primary benefit of using streaming responses from the Claude API for a user-facing AI application? Option A. It guarantees that the AI's total generation time is significantly reduced. Option B. It allows the application to send larger input prompts to Claude. Option C. It reduces the perceived latency for the user by delivering output incrementally. Option D. It enables the Claude model to learn from user feedback in real time. The correct answer is, quote, it reduces the perceived latency for the user by delivering output incrementally. Here's the explanation. Streaming responses deliver output token by token, creating an illusion of instantaneous processing and significantly reducing the perceived waiting time for users, even if the total generation time remains the same. Question 2. In the context of agentic development with Claude, how does streaming responses specifically enhance the efficiency and dynamism of an agent's workflow, especially concerning tool use? Option A. It forces the agent to wait for the full natural language explanation before executing any tools. Option B. It allows the agent to parse and initiate "tool_use" calls as soon as they are streamed, without waiting for the complete response. Option C. It eliminates the need for the agent to define or call any external tools. Option D. It enables the agent to send multiple simultaneous prompts to Claude in a single stream. The correct answer is, it allows the agent to parse and initiate "tool_use" calls as soon as they are streamed, without waiting for the complete response. Here's the explanation. Streaming allows agents to react to partial outputs, such as identifying a "tool_use" block, and initiate actions proactively, leading to more concurrent and efficient multi-step workflows. Question 3. Which communication pattern is typically leveraged by LLM streaming responses to deliver incremental output over a persistent HTTP connection from the server to the client? Option A. WebSockets for bidirectional communication. Option B. Traditional synchronous HTTP POST requests. Option C. Server-sent events, SSE, for unidirectional streams. Option D. FTP, for file transfer protocols. The correct answer is server-sent events, SSE, for unidirectional streams. Here's the explanation. Streaming often utilizes server-sent events, SSE, which provide a simple, unidirectional stream over HTTP, allowing the server to push events, tokens, structured output, to the client as they are generated. Question 4. What is the primary purpose of a system prompt when interacting with a Claude AI agent? Option A. To provide the immediate, dynamic query or instruction from the end user. Option B. To establish the AI's persona, behavioral guardrails, and overarching objectives for a session. Option C. To specify the exact response format required for a single, specific interaction. Option D. To initiate a streaming response from the Claude API. The correct answer is to establish the AI's persona, behavioral guardrails, and overarching objectives for a session. Here's the explanation. The system prompt acts as a foundational instruction set, defining who the AI is and how it should behave, influencing its responses throughout an entire conversation or application session. Question 5. In a multi-turn conversation with Claude, how does the persistence of a system prompt typically compare to that of a user prompt? Option A. Both system and user prompts change with each new interaction. Option B. User prompts persist across multiple turns, while system prompts are unique to each turn. Option C. System prompts typically remain constant, influencing all subsequent AI responses, while user prompts are specific to each interaction. Option D. Neither system nor user prompts persist beyond the initial request, requiring full recontextualization. The correct answer is System prompts typically remain constant, influencing all subsequent AI responses, while user prompts are specific to each interaction. Here's the explanation. The system prompt is usually applied at the beginning of a conversation and persists, acting as a consistent guide. User prompts are dynamic and change with each new query from the end user. Question 6. A cloud security team wants to ensure their Claude-powered assistant, which helps generate IAM policies, consistently adheres to the principle of least privilege, and avoids recommending overly broad permissions. Which type of prompt should be used to enforce these consistent behavioral constraints across all interactions? Option A. The user prompt, as it is the most direct instruction. Option B. The assistant prompt, as it reflects Claude's previous responses. Option C. The system prompt, as it sets foundational rules and guardrails. Option D. A context prompt, which is a temporary instruction. The correct answer is, quote, the system prompt, as it sets foundational rules and guardrails. Here's the explanation. System prompts are ideal for establishing persistent behavioral guidelines, constraints, and guardrails, like adhering to least privilege, ensuring the AI's output aligns with predefined security or compliance policies. Question 7. What is the primary function of the TIN system role in Claude's message array? Option A. To represent the user's current input message. Option B. To provide high-level instructions, context, or a persona for the assistant before the conversation begins. Option C. To store the results of external tool calls. Option D. To alternate with the user role in the conversational history. The correct answer is, quote, to provide high-level instructions, context, or a persona for the assistant before the conversation begins. Here's the explanation. The key features/components and how it works sections clearly state the system role is a special role used to provide high-level instructions, context, constraints, or a persona for the assistant before the actual conversation begins. Question 8. What is the strict requirement for user and assistant messages within Claude's conversational history? Option A. They must always be grouped together, with all user messages first, then all assistant messages. Option B. They must strictly alternate, with a user message followed by an assistant message, and vice versa. Option C. The order does not matter as long as all messages are present. Option D. Only the most recent user message and assistant message are considered for context. The correct answer is, they must strictly alternate, with a user message followed by an assistant message, and vice versa. Here's the explanation. The key features components and how it works sections emphasize Claude expects a strict alternation between user and assistant messages to maintain proper context and turn-taking. Question 9. In an agentic workflow using Claude message roles, how are tool calls and their results typically integrated into the conversation? Option A. Tool calls are made by user messages and results are returned directly in the next assistant message. Option B. Claude indicates a tool call within an assistant message, "tool_use", and the application then provides the tool's output back to Claude in a subsequent user message, "tool_result". Option C. Both tool calls and tool results are handled exclusively by the system message. Option D. Tool calls are made by the system message, and results are implicitly understood by Claude. The correct answer is, Claude indicates a tool call within an assistant message, "tool_use", and the application then provides the tool's output back to Claude in a subsequent user message, tool_result. Here's the explanation. The key features, components, and how it works sections detail this. Within an assistant message, Claude can include structured tool_use blocks. Following an assistant message with tool_use, a user message can then provide the results of that tool call, often encapsulated within a tool_result block. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.